Alright you guys, so I know you've been waiting super long for this video, but today I was able to film how I do my makeup routine with the new bareMinerals Complexion Rescue foundation, which I'm totally loving and I think it's just an amazing product. So I wanted to share with you guys all the steps that I do when I use this foundation and all the other products that I use with it. So if you want to see my simple everyday routine, then keep on watching. So the first thing I like to do before I put any foundation on is prep my skin with a moisturizer. And this is the bareMinerals Purely Nourishing Moisturizer for normal to dry skin. So I'm just going to do 1 pump of this just to hydrate first. Now I'm going to prep the base of my skin for the foundation, and I'm just going to use the bareMinerals Prime Time Face Primer. I go back and forth between the primers I use, but in this video I'm going to use this one. And you don't necessarily have to use a primer for this foundation, but I just love how a primer makes the skin super smooth, and it just makes everything that lays on top of it extra smooth, and of course it makes your foundation last longer too. So I'm just going to prep with a primer. So now we're going to get into the product that you guys have been waiting for. So the next step is the Complexion Rescue. The color I use is Spice, which is number 8. It's a little bit darker than my skin tone, but when it blends all out and with the combination of my foundation on top, I feel like it looks like a really good shade. It does give me a little color, which I like because I feel like it's wintertime and I'm not having my tan right now, so I definitely want a little color. So I like the Spice number 8. What I like to do is just put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to work from the back of my hand. So I'm going to use the brush that came out with this foundation. This is the Soothing Face Brush, and I totally love this brush and the application. So what I'm going to do is just kind of dip my brush into the product, and I'm just going to tap a little bit on my face first, just kind of stipple it on. And then I'm going to go back and buff everything out. Okay, so this is what it looks like with just the foundation. I don't have any concealer on, I just have my primer and moisturizer. So as you can see, it does give a really pretty glow to the skin, so it makes my skin look super hydrated, which is what I like, and I just like that dewiness that it gives. So you can wear the foundation just like this. You can add a little concealer if you want, which I'm going to do next, but I just want you guys to see how it looks just alone and by itself. So if you want something quick and fast, but you want that little bit of coverage and that hydration plus the sun protection, then you can wear this just by itself. But I love a full coverage foundation, so I'm just going to add a little concealer where I need it, and then I'm going to put my foundation on top. To conceal, I'm going to use one of my favorite concealers, and this is the bareMinerals Correcting Concealer. I use color medium 2 because I like a lighter shade underneath my eyes just to brighten. So I'm just going to take a concealer brush and just do kind of a little triangle underneath my eye area because I usually get dark circles underneath my eyes. And then I also have a few areas where I have scars from blemishes, so I'm just going to cover those up real fast. Next, I'm going to use one of my favorite tools, and this is the Beauty Blender. So I like to dampen it. I usually use the MAC Fix Plus to spray it, and then I'm just going to take this and pat the cream product out. I like using this damp sponge because when you're using cream products, I feel like it makes the cream blend out so much better. So just keep patting away until it's all blended in. So like I said before, if you want something quick and you just want to conceal and do the Complexion Rescue, I would recommend just setting this and then you're good to go and you can stop there. But of course, I'm going to show you how you can layer other foundations on top of the Complexion Rescue, because this is super thin enough to where it's great for building and using other products on top of it. So I'm going to go ahead and put my favorite foundation on, which is the Golden Tan Ready Foundation from bareMinerals, so you guys can get an idea of how it looks when you layer products on top of it. So like I said before, I'm going to use my favorite foundation. This is the bareMinerals Ready Foundation. I use R330, or it's also known as Golden Tan. So I'm just going to use this with the Precision Face Brush just for a full coverage. So that's what it looks like with the two foundations layered together. So if you want more of a full coverage, you can definitely achieve that by layering the two. I like to use the two because this is going to give me the hydration plus a little bit more coverage. And of course I love that it has SPF 30 in it. And then I love this foundation because it's a hydrating foundation and it gives me the full coverage that I like. So moving forward, I'm just going to share the other products that I like to use on a daily basis just to give me the look I want when it comes to my complexion. So I'm going to move on and start to highlight underneath my eye area. So for underneath my eyes, I like to use something with more of a liquid consistency. So the one I'm going to use in this video to brighten is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, which is an eraser for dark circles. And if you're looking for a bareMinerals product that does basically the same thing, you can try the Stroke of Light. The one I like to use is in number 2. So if you're close to my complexion, or if you have more of a golden undertone, then you can use Luminous 2. Using liquid or cream products, it's definitely important to set it so it kind of keeps that product in place, or else it's going to move around or smudge, and that's just not a good look. So I'm just going to take the Anastasia contour kit, and I'm going to use this yellow toned powder. This is called Banana, and I'm just going to use this to set on top of that cream product. To add more definition to my face and to give me a little bit more color, I'm going to use this bronzer, which you have seen many times before, and this is the MAC Mineralize Skinfinish in Give Me Sun. So I'm just going to apply this with a bigger angled brush just on the outside of my face. Okay, so I like to define my cheekbones because I don't really have any definition, so I like to use kind of a cooler brown powder right in the hollows. So I'm going to go back to my contour kit, and I'm going to use these two colors. So I believe this one is called Fawn and this one is Havana. So I'm just going to kind of mix the two together with a smaller angled brush and just stick the brush right in kind of the hollows of my cheeks. Okay, so I hope that was helpful when it came to what I did using this product. I think it's definitely multifunctional and you can use it in so many different ways, and this is definitely going to be a product that is going to stay in my everyday routine. So I hope that was a better idea for you guys on how to use this product. I will be doing a separate video on all the information and questions you guys have on this foundation. I will link it down below. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.